Would you rather be on child support for a kid you know ain't yours, right? Or wrestle a crocodile? Would you rather be on child support for a kid you know ain't yours, right? Or wrestle a crocodile for a minute?
Man, please, what that man Steve say, bro? Steve Irwin, what cronky, bro? I'm gonna be outside. This beauty right here, this crocodile's big enough to eat me in one bite. If I'm not careful, I'ma wrestle it.
Would you rather be on child support for a kid you know ain't yours?
I think I'm gonna do that. Wrestle a crocodile. Cause you not gonna do me like that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going overseas.
See, I knew there was something going on with this place. Look at this. Now tell me what lives back here to build this. I'm telling you, all in these woods, there are trolls and beings that walk around at a certain frequency where you can't see them. This is my new shroom spot. I'm gonna do shrooms back here. Yeah. Because I bet you all these trees are gonna come alive and begin to teach. And you have to be at that density to be able to receive that information, because if you're a regular density, which shrooms take you beyond a regular density, right? You're able to see the beings that you're around because now you match their frequency, which means that in that state, you're not going to reject them, you're not going to run from them, you're not going to be scared of them because you are them, and you forgot that you are them. But what is this? Because something took a lot of time to build this. And it's interesting how they don't want you back here. Thoughts
Thoughts are really not even your thoughts. When you really think about it. It's like when you just sit there, like y'all ever just sit there with your thoughts? And try that, man. For real. You just have all type of thoughts. Like they just be flowing too. They just be going. Especially if we got them type of thoughts that just be racing. That's crazy, man. And you know, you are in control of them thoughts, for real. You could feed into them, or you know, you don't have to.
Quick thought. This for all the meat lovers, right? And everybody who potentially eat meat when you know your body can't digest it. You know how you get parasites into the body? Eat meat. All meat have cysts. You're right. So if you look at what a cyst is a sac that protects the parasites during the stage of development. That's why I don't care how well you cook the meat, I don't care how well you freeze the meat. It cysts inside that meat. Then once you cook it, it's still intact. Once you eat it, the environment calls for the cyst to crack open and release parasites into the body. So everybody who eat meat has parasites in their body. Now, the cyst and the boils and the bumps shows up on your body as a cyst. If you look at the cyst and see what the cyst is, it's just a sac, a shell that holds parasites. That's how they stay alive, to carry themselves through another cycle. Stop eating meat. Quick thought.
The years aren't real, bro. Those of you who are already familiar with my channel, y'all know this shit, but for my new subscribers, bro, the years aren't real. Even some of y'all might even know this shit. Like, the years aren't even real, bro. Like, all this shit is just a man-made construct. We follow the Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian calendar is our oppressor's calendar. That's not our calendar. That calendar wasn't put in place until ancient civilizations got destroyed. The new year actually comes around during March, April type shit. And it's really not even a year, it's an energy cycle. So you can say the new energy cycle comes around in March, April type shit. The years aren't real, bro.
I agree, for sure. Yours are definitely not real, man. This is it's just energy. Cause the thing about it, every day is a different energy day, for real. Every day is not the same, for real. Even when you think it's the same, it's not. Something completely different happen each and every day. It's crazy.
Part 2. Alright, so these ancient trees we had, right? I'm gonna call them elder trees. Yeah, elder trees. Real talk, elder trees. So what are elder trees? Bro, I'm telling you, these trees, man, they used to be so fucking big. Imagine 10 Empire State Buildings on top of each other. Found the mountains are the stumps. If the mountains are the stumps, imagine how big the tree was. Bro, this mountain goes through the clouds. Imagine how big the tree was. And look, I'm gonna tell you how they kill the game even more. This is a stump right here. They using the weather manipulation technology and they freezing the top of the stump, keeping the stump from growing back into a tree. The The trees are still alive. They didn't uproot the trees. They just cut them so they can grow back, but they freeze in the top of them. Remember, cold weather ain't real. Remember, cold weather is technology brought to us by a race called the Dark Elves. It freezes and kills nature, and the elder trees are nature, so they freeze in the top of them, keeping them from growing back up. Like, bro, some of these trees were so big, bro, that just seeing them would defy everything that we know about physics, the earth, all this shit. We lived in them, creatures lived in them, dragons lived in them, all types of shit. They was bigger than anything else on the realm. Some of them was located on several chakras of the planet, all types of shit. But stay tuned, I got more information about this on the way. Part 2. All right, so these ancient trees we had.
Hey, yo, peace. There's power within your authentic expression. You know what that means?
Rappers been doing this for years because the power of frequencies can really
anytime.
These are 3 powerful frequencies that can change your mood. This entire time, rappers been doing this for years because the power of frequencies can really alter how you feel.
I can target certain parts of the mind. If I want you to astral project, or if I want you to go to sleep, or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that. Because music is frequency programming.
For number 1, 440 hertz. This is also known as a sad frequency. If you ever listen to sad music and it made you feel worse, this is the reason why. It targets your emotional state, which is why they put it in sad music. For number 2, 808 hertz. This frequency is inside most rap music, and that's why some songs can make you want to crash out. This has the power to change your entire mood, but listening to too much is not good for you. And keep in mind, y'all, this is all done on purpose.
The 808 exists in the lowest chakra. It's an actual sound in the track that you don't realize is there that is fucking up your entire frequency.
And for number 3, 110, which is the fear frequency. This is meant to make you feel anxiety and discomfort, which is why it's mainly used in horror movies. And for some reason, this frequency has a very powerful effect on our body, which is perfect for jump scares. That's why knowing frequencies is very important, so that you're only listening to your music on the best frequency. So I created you a full frequency guide. It has a list of all the best frequencies.
What are the 3 primary animals that people eat?
Chicken, beef, fish, pork.
Okay. You look at all of those animals. Are any of them carnivores?
No.
None of them eat meat. So if you're eating something that didn't require meat to build its own protein, then why do you need to eat that to create your own protein?
Here's the problem. Vegans are lost when it comes to what protein really is, the science behind protein, and what you need to assemble protein. Let's look into it. 1, Europeans name protein after themselves, after their biology, after the biological components they need, after the building blocks of the structures that they need. So they called it amino acids. What does amino mean? Pertaining to or containing any of a group of organic compounds of nitrogen derived from ammonia. The basis of their biology is nitrogen and ammonia. But in Hugh Melanin, the indigenous people were carbon-based people. So the basis of our protein structures are carboxylate acids, not amino acids. Now, nitrogen lacks hue, so it generates pale tissues. So cow, pig, chicken, them are amino acid-based proteins. Nitrogen-based proteins, good for Europeans, not the indigenous people. Bison, bass, sockeye salmon. These are excellent foods to build carboxylate acids in the indigenous people's body. Like and share this video for part 2.
What are the 3 primary...
That was good. I don't know, he right. Why would they, they don't really eat meat. So how are they getting their protein? Right? It's crazy, man.
Satan is you. It's the part of your mind that wants the fame, the money, the status, and the power. That is Satan. It's an aspect of your mind. God is the higher mind that wants the love, the intuition, the wisdom, the knowledge. That is God. Demons are your emotions that possess your body, your mind. That's what a demon is. It's all metaphorical for you, the battle between your mind and your body. You need to sync your mind and your body so that you can live in harmony, which is heaven. It's all metaphors, and until you realize this, you will continue to blame the devil to bringing negativity in your life. You manifested the negativity in your life. You are a result of your thoughts. Where you are in life is a direct manifestation of all the thoughts you have thought in the past.
I've literally created a library for astral projection, esotericism, occult. When you eat the fruit, you should eat the seed. There's a tribe of folks in northern Pakistan called the Hunza. The Hunza people never get cancer. When the tribe was first discovered, their average age was 160. The Hunza people's favorite food to eat is apricot seeds. They take the apricot seeds and squeeze them and get oil out of them. They put the oil on their skin and the women don't wrinkle. They're really good looking at 70 and 80. Jason Vale teaches, he said, cancer cannot survive in a body of a person that consumes apricot seeds. Did you know bread used to strengthen your heart? They learned years ago if they take out the vitamin E, the lecithin, and the omega-3 fatty acids, they take them out of the wheat, make the bread with white flour. The bread lasts for months. But the people started dying of heart attacks and strokes and circulation problems. See, it's a simple formula. The whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead. When you eat the fruit, you should eat the seed. There's a tribe of folks.
Wow, the whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead. He really said that. Wow.
Brother man, you know, I normally don't even speak on topics like this. I kind of let Fredo handle that, but considering the circumstances, I just felt like I was the best man to let you know that he was finna give you peace. Now, when you wake up and you reviewing the footage, you know what I'm saying, you watch this back, you gotta keep that hand up when you're throwing that haymaker, you know what I'm saying, so you can protect your chin at all times, cause I ain't gonna lie, this time it's a little too late. He finna knock your chin between the earth and the moon, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get it back when it come back out of orbit.
These are the worst McDonald's secrets exposed.
Who loves a side order of chemicals? The salads are dusted with propylene glycol to keep them crisp and fresh. This is also used in their sauces, glazes, and hotcakes. Propylene glycol is a less toxic version of ethylene glycol, which is found in antifreeze. Sound appetizing? A common additive used in their food is calcium silicate, which is a white powder primarily used to prevent cement and roof tiles from caking. And what about the chicken nuggets? Less than half of a chicken nugget was actually chicken, and the rest was a combination of preservatives like TBHQ. TBHQ has been proven to be unsafe for consumption, with side effects like loss of vision and liver failure. So try not to eat too many of them. With the use of many chemicals, your meal is likely to look the same for years to come. Mold cannot grow. So when the chicken nuggets, burgers, or fries are left out, they completely dry out. But it's been a mystery as to why the buns do not get moldy. This is a little bit concerning when we think about putting this food in our bodies.
Nah, McDonald's is definitely trifling. But the reason a lot of people eat this is because the healthier options is hard to find. And that's why I put together a full guide of all the best foods to eat and how to avoid the worst. And it downloads directly to your phone so it's easy to access. Just comment the word grocery to get a link sent directly to your DM. Enjoy, family. Love y'all. These are the worst.
You know what's crazy, y'all? Them burgers should be so low for real. But if you go get some watermelon, some grapes, you pay almost $100, dang, you know? It's crazy just to get some healthy food, for real. Sad. I feel like the fruit should never cost that much. All that processed food and stuff like that make us pay extra for that, you know? A fruit should be no more than $2. That's just how I feel. But this is how everything is going, so.
Aliens and UFOs. Let's talk about it. Real shit, bro. They really got people. Real aliens, bro. The real aliens been living here the whole time. Like, the word alien literally has a lie in it. Like alien, A-L-I-E-N. Like alien, a lie. You feel me? They kind of like trick people into believing the aliens is like way out there when really they right here. Like the Draco reptilians, right? Everybody know they been here the whole time. You feel me? And it really only a matter of time before they forced to come out. Bro, the vibration on the planet is changing. These beings can't keep their forms no more. They can't stay on the ground no more and all that shit. On the ground it's getting too hot. So eventually they gotta come out. If y'all didn't know, man, it's a new disorder coming out where literally people see demon faces. The veil is breaking, bro. These beings can't keep their forms forever. They dead there telling you don't trust what you see right now. Aliens and UFOs. Let's talk about it. Real shit, bro. They really got people. Real aliens, bro. The real.
Hey, y'all hear about this? Some studies suggest that sperm is a natural antidepressant for women. I ain't reading the rest. Go ahead and head for the whole post. Shit, ladies, y'all better get the swallowing. But nah, I'm sure it depends on your diet too. If you only want Casamigos, backwoods, and fried chicken, then that shit probably battery acid. Me, ladies, I got that tropical smoothie for you. All I did was search it up, and that's the first thing it said. Think of it as a multivitamin for each ejaculation. 1 teaspoon of semen contains over 200 protein, with vitamins and minerals like vitamin C, zinc, calcium. The citric acid throwing me left, but you are what you eat. Semen is a natural antidepressant. It helps you sleep better. Can help slow down the aging process. Can lower your blood pressure. Lowers the risk of prostate cancer. Could be the next all-natural fire extinguisher. Anti-anxiety. Mood enhancement. Longevity. Can increase your lifespan. Can prevent liver disease and liver cancer. It helps with your brain function. It's good for your teeth because of the zinc. And boom, it's good for your head. I don't know about putting it in your head. We talking about swallowing. Pause. And it's good for your skin. There's some places that charge up to $200 for some semen facial cream. So damn, if she a spitter, she really a quitter. And she a spitter than quitter. Cause she don't care about her life. Hey, I just looked it up. Y'all do your own research. I ain't saying nothing. Don't be swallowing no gonorrhea though. Ladies, make sure you're not allergic either.
That's crazy. That's how you know, like, it has that, like, stuff hold that much power, you know. So you don't supposed to be releasing that type of stuff, man, for real. Especially on, like, some pointless stuff, like, come on. You gotta keep that energy, man, for real.
Particularly for our men. Our men are dying primarily from heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what it is? Because men don't express themselves outwardly. They gotta be man up. You know, don't, you know, you have a problem, deal with it. With women, we go in the room and we cry and we talk about it and we share and we, you know, swap what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. So that hurt and that rage or that sadness or disappointment, it doesn't just fester in the heart. Because healing is not just physical. Healing is physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, financial. Everything is in that heart. So the heart attacks and the strokes, it's a backup of all the relationships that didn't work, all the disappointments, all those who promised it didn't happen. The heart becomes broken and wounded, but not just physically, emotionally first, particularly for our men. Our men are dying primarily from heart attack.
This is exactly why time has been going by so fast. A recent report just said that Earth has been going by faster than usual, to the point that they have to skip a second just to keep up.
You just add a second to one day to keep everything aligned.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
Government is frequently grappling with time. It was the government that created the time zone.
Now, multiple people have reported on how fast the clouds have been going by, but also pointed out on how this may actually have something to do with CERN, because every single time they use their particle accelerator, people start having all these dreams.
During CERN's opening ceremony, you can see that they show a clock moving back and forth rapidly, which could be symbolic for whatever's making people feel strange about time currently.
Now, generally, the Earth's rotation is not perfect. It goes up or down by a fraction of a millisecond. But suddenly, it appears to be consistently faster and faster. And so why is this happening? Well, no one knows for sure. There are some ideas floating.
This is exactly why time has been going by so fast. A recent report just said that Earth has been going by faster than...
Time been moving real fast lately, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as you wake up, it's already... Seems like it's like 4 o'clock already. For real.
We really have free will if God knew exactly what was going to happen? Which brings me back to a second question. Why make us when he knew that there will be sinners and people who didn't accept him? And in the end, he knew he had to put people in hell. Like he knew in the beginning of time that there will be people born in different cultures, different religions. Yet he still made us, knowing that these people will never accept him. This brings me back to my third question. Is there a chosen group of people? And why make the people who are not going to accept him in the beginning only to just throw them in hell? Brings me back to another question. So if he's all loving, why is he going to throw his creation into hell for eternity? So why make them in the first place? Another question. God is all loving and we know that. So if he's all loving, why make a creation that he knows will receive damnation in the end? On the spiritual path, I've asked these questions to so many people, including priests, and yet I still haven't gotten the answers. I'm curious as to what you guys think, so comment down below. Do we really have free will if God knew exactly what was going to happen? Which brings me back to a second.
Bro, this is crazy.
America doesn't want to hear your thoughts on Jesus, and, you know, keep that stuff at home.
We couldn't say, oh my God. We couldn't say JC, we couldn't say G. My son, you know, I know. Yeah. We could say G's. You could say G's, but not God, sus. Yes. Yeah. Unless you were praising him, and then you could say.
issue with sin. It makes us, our sin that's in us makes us do those things. And the only salvation for this sin is the gospel. The only way to really cure that what's on the inside is understanding that Jesus Christ died for our sins. And so to me, on a micro level, it's understanding.
Nope, and just like that, we lost him.
And in second, I gotta thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. This day means so much more than putting on this dream jacket in many ways.
If we all follow the teachings of Christ, the whole system would crash, and we would turn up as humanity. The main teachings of Christ was the laws of nature and love. They gonna continue to hide the truth from you, bro. That's crazy. I'm doing Bible study every Wednesday at 7:30 in my Discord. I also have a community where you can connect with like-minded individuals. Comment life so you can join. Bro, this is crazy.
I'm just saying, man, like, why would they do that? Like, if it's not, you know what I'm saying? If it's not real, why would they do that? Like, why y'all just cutting them off like that? That's crazy. Hey, they know something we don't know.
The reason children, when they're first born, they don't remember anything is because the only things that they remember at that time are still the memories of their past lives. Okay, yeah. If you can somehow, I guess in the brain chemistry, access those memories and still be able to remember them and speak them out, it's stuff about like the past that you can remember. But as you get older, obviously those memories get erased and then you're filled up with the new ones.
Yeah. What if it hits that brain like nerve and then all of a sudden you're not even Carlos no more, you're like the guy in the mountain that was in your past life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird.
That would be weird. Because a lot of people, when they talk to me, they're like, yo, Carlos, I feel like this isn't his first time living. You know what I mean? Because I've heard that many times because it's like, I don't know, you just do a lot. But I don't know if that's because of past lives or
I don't know, yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe like how you said that you want to do a guitarist, but maybe you were a guitarist back in your past life.
If you were the creator of the universe, how would you want the world to be? If you were to go back in and play it, how would you do it?
I have no idea.
I thought about it, I'm like, oh shit. It happened. It's Jesus. Literally, that's what Jesus did. There was this TikTok I watched coming from a writer. They talked about this one character. That character is actually the reason children, when they're first born, they don't.
Nah, honestly, I think past lives is definitely something real. For real. I think we all got a past life. This is definitely not our first time being here, you know. Some people just have, like, deep intuition, you know. Intelligence, like, so yeah, I agree.
Everyone, did you know that Coca-Cola contains this stuff?
This is crazy. That's sick. You drink that.
This goopy, oily looking stuff is called phosphoric acid.
That is sick.
Phosphoric acid is a rock that's mined using sulfuric acid. If you get this stuff on your skin, it burns like hell. It's a corrosive. It rusts away metal. I mean, we got stuff that's metal here that rusts away. We use a lot of stainless, and it still rusts away the stainless. They put this in sodas, and we are consuming this stuff. It's a corrosive. We ship it out in rail cars and trucks with a label on it that's stating that it is a dangerous product. So why are we consuming it? I mean, it's not needed at all. Just think of what it's doing to your teeth and your inside. Everyone, did you know that Coca-Cola contains this stuff?
Would you think it's safe to say that if you know how to self-heal, you can actually eradicate the whole concept of having a therapist and having doctors? 4 weeks. You think so? I know so. In any capacity, like we're talking cancers, we're talking diseases, we're talking addictions, things that people say that you need years. You would safely say that? 4 weeks. 4 to 7 weeks max. Here's how it works. Most people I work with, unfortunately, have been sexually abused before the age of 4. Most of those people are their parents. Imagine being raped by your father. You're holding all of this trauma in your memory cells and in your system. That's how you start life. Of course, if you don't take care of that, it's going to manifest into a disease. Most people, autoimmune diseases, cancer, depression, addiction, all of that is because they haven't dealt with something emotionally. And I've worked with very many. I just actually helped somebody heal. She healed herself. It wasn't me. We always say that you're the healer. We empower you to heal yourself. Her tumor was so big at the beginning of our work, and with her
scans and our program with our process, which we call emotional mapping, and the proper diet, it's gone 3 weeks. The doctors are like, what are you doing? So everybody that has cancer or disease or anything recalls a memory from their past. And I'm like, how does it feel now into your system? Can you feel it? Yeah, it's a 10. Well, there you go. You're holding a 10 of anger and rage and disappointment and abused into your system still, and you're 40.
Would you think it's safe to say that if you know how to self-heal, you can actually eradicate the whole...
If you like hot dogs, this is going to help you. So check it out. These are the kind of hot dogs that we used to get just because, you know, they're cheap and for the family function or whatever. So, you know, but when I started paying attention to the ingredients, you'll notice the modified food starch, you'll notice the corn syrup, and then sodium nitrate, sodium phosphates, what's that word? Sodium etherobate. So what I did, I made a switch from these hot dogs and I made a choice in a better direction. And I found these. And when you look at the ingredients, just look at the difference in the ingredients. These are natural words that you could understand. So making that switch actually helped me to lose weight. My name is Jabez. I was able to lose 100 pounds, still eating the foods that I love to eat. That was me in 2014. We've helped, been able to help thousands of people lose weight with this book, Life Matters, So Let's Eat Like It. I make it super easy to understand how you could lose the weight you want to lose while still eating the foods you love. We're doing a 4th of July sale, 50% off. If you want to grab a copy, feel free. I got the link underneath my profile picture. Prayers up, blessings up. If you like hot dogs, this is going to help you. So check it out. These are the kind of hot dogs that we used to get just because, they're cheap.
But remember, you all are already hybridized. You all have Anunnaki DNA in all of you. And the Anunnaki themselves were mixed, were hybridized. This is one of the reasons why you actually have so many different races on your planet. You all started out similarly, but as soon as you moved into different environments, the different extraterrestrial genetics mixing with the Homo erectus genetics within you activated in different environments to be something similar to the planets that DNA came from. Make sense?
Yes.
But remember, you all are already hybridized. You all have Anunnaki DNA in all of you. And the Anunnaki themselves were mixed, were hybridized. This is one of the reasons why you actually have so many different races on your planet. You all started out similarly, but as soon as you moved into different environments, the different extraterrestrial genetics mixing with the Homo erectus genetics within you activated in different environments to be something similar to the planets that DNA came from. Make sense?
Yes.
But remember, you all...
Protein means nothing but a simple amino acid structure. That's what we need. We don't need proteins. Proteins are full of too many amino acid structures. So you have something called a simple amino acid structure, which is what we need. Then you have something called a complex amino acid structure, which the hydrochloric acid inside of our stomachs can't even break down. That's what you call protein. That's why if you look at protein overload diets, what you see gout. It's uric acid buildup. Yep. You see that? You start seeing toenail fungus. There's uric acid and carbonic acid buildup. So the reason why the protein myth has been pushed on us so much is because they make money, billions and trillions of dollars off of selling proteins. We have to realize that we have been lied to by the schools. And if you look at who own these medical colleges, it's the Rockefeller Foundation. Like for instance, if you go to Atlanta right now, you have Spelman. Right. Don't nobody Google who these, remember I was talking about names earlier? Yeah. Don't nobody Google who Spelman is. That's John D. Rockefeller's wife. That's where Spelman is. And then you start Googling Morehouse and all these different names. They go back to the pharmaceutical companies, these pharmaceutical giants. So who was pushing and teaching education of medicine and teaching us this periodic chart, this periodic table, teaching us the food pyramids? It was the pharmaceutical companies. Protein means nothing but a simple amino acid structure. That's what we need. We don't need protein.
There's extraterrestrial DNA on this planet. Oftentimes, these medical practitioners would see an ailment that looks crazy, they'll name it a condition, and y'all just say, oh no, that mermaids don't exist, that person just has syndactyl. They call this syndactyl. Doesn't that look just like that? Here's another example. They call this ichthyosis. If I'm pronouncing it incorrect, pardon me. But this is what they would deem a condition. You can clearly see that this is a reptilian. Here's another example of ichthyosis. Wow. Are you telling me that this is a condition? This is real. This isn't CGI or Photoshop. This is actual a being that they state has a condition, but we know that there is extraterrestrial DNA on this planet. Here's another one. This is referred to as Carpenter syndrome. These were actual extraterrestrial beings known as the Tyros. New York did mention these beings in the holy tablets. Historical data proves evidence of these beings' existence. And having 6 fingers and 6 toes is another extraterrestrial trait that's handed down by the Anunnaki. People are so gullible that as long as these doctors sit on a lofty throne as so-called quote-unquote the professionals, they can tell you something you know right in front of your face is just a condition. And you will say, oh no, that's not an extraterrestrial, that's actually so-and-so, whatever condition that these doctors deem. They make up a name of a condition and then you run with it, you will believe it. Planet Earth was a huge experiment, okay? There's a lot of extraterrestrial DNA on this planet. All of us have extraterrestrial DNA in us, whether we want to believe it or not. Some more than others. There's extraterrestrial DNA on this planet.
This is where most of the trouble began, because all of this stuff that I've presented here, it's all been absorbed by the Catholic Church. They made a claim in 1302 in Unum Sanctum, written with blood on the skin of a kid. Do your homework about kid. We call our children kids. On the skin of a kid, and then they put it in their vaults. They curse it with their black magic, satanic black magic, and then guess what? There's no one around to challenge that claim. Subsequent to this papal bull, which says basically, you can check it out on Wikipedia, Unum Sanctum, the papal bull, it tells you that the Catholic Church basically put on that with blood, that they own the world, all the chattel, all the souls, all the titles of properties and everything, and that's that. And that's how they've been doing business with their Jesuit army ever since. And they turn up in court when you go to court and you think you're getting justice. It's a business. It's all corporate. Corporate monstrosity. And remember the word corpse, that's all it is. This is not a republic or anything like that or constitution. You have no rights, but remedies are coming.
If you want to understand what you are,
these angel numbers that people talk about today is mostly dealing with angels or angles. Somebody just took the term and flipped it. So what's really happening when we see 222, 333, 444, you know, and so on and so on, or even just 1111, right? What's happening is your higher self is sending you a message. It's sending you a code. It's letting you know to pay attention to something that's going on in your reality. It's just that simple. Now, when you look on these websites, you'll go to one website and 111 means one thing. Go to another website and 111 means something totally different. And I know because I've done the research. 111 doesn't mean everything from every book and every perspective of book. And one book, 111 or 211 means, or 222 means one thing. And then you go to this book, 222 means something else. So even these people that's coming out with these angel numbers, they don't even know what these things mean. Okay. So Brother Yusef is not saying that angel numbers are not real. I'm just saying that somebody took it and flipped it and put a new term on it and got you guys thinking that it's something new. And really angel numbers are not really what they all cracked up to be. It's all numerology, right? So what would Brother Yusef do? Well, if I see 111, right, I'm going to break it down from a numerological standpoint. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, right? And we know that 3 deals with a creative energy, right? So your higher self may be telling you based on these angel numbers that people talk about today.
That's crazy. He work too. Like, you look them up and we have a different meanings when you go to a different website. One thing mean that, then the other one to mean something completely different. You right, for real. It'd be like that.
This is a male Saiga antelope walking, and he notices females from a distance. The male's enormous nose filters out dust and warms up the cold air before reaching their lungs in the winter. But they also use it to impress the females, so he gets closer and starts shaking his big chunky nose in an effort to impress them, but the females are unimpressed. Undeterred, he resorts to chasing them, prompting the females to run away. When he doesn't find success this way, he puts a bush over his head to appear majestic and resumes his pursuit, but that scares them even more, and they run away faster than before. This is a male Saiga antelope walking, and he knows
if you understand vibrational frequencies and what triggers certain emotions, then you're good. Like Drake's mastered vibrational frequencies. That's why he has a specific beat, a specific tune, a specific flow. It's because he found a winning flow that just causes him to have hit after hit after hit after hit. There's a science behind it. It's not just, oh, this guy just sits in the lab and the song just cooks up and it's dope. No, there's a science behind virality. There's a science behind fame. Very few people are famous just by naturally becoming famous. A lot of people fabricate fame into existence. If you understand vibrational frequencies and what...
You got a point. He got a point, I'm not gonna lie. He might just be on to something for real. Cause You know, everything has its little scientists behind it, you know. I agree.
This is it right here. You have panic attack, anxiety disorder, mood disorder. This is it for you. This is nature's sedative. See it right here, so all I do, I pick up a leaf like this. Pick a leaf, make a tea, soothe your brain. Get rid of the anxiety. Get rid of the panic attack. Put yourself to sleep naturally with a bamboo leaf tea. This is all you need, you know, and your nervous system correct itself. Yeah, man. This is it right here.
Yeah, man. That's dope, though. Like, how we got, like, plants and stuff that can heal us from certain things and stuff like this. So cool, man. Like, that's how you know we live on, like, a magical planet, for real. Honestly.
There is no God in the sky. There is no devil in the ground. Understand that heaven and hell is states of the mind, states of being. You can be Satan and you can be a God. Your lower self versus your higher self. That's why the devil is always depicted red, because red is the lowest chakra. Red is the lowest frequency. When you vibing negatively, you are vibing on a low frequency. And when you are vibing high in peace, prosperity, gratitude, you are vibing on a God-like frequency. There's no such thing as a reptilian. There's a metaphor for the reptilian part of the brain. Fight or flight. You gotta start understanding and overstanding. Man is God made flesh, and God is light. We were all born of the sun. We are light beings, meaning we are gods. We are gods, made in his image. A lot of people want to worship God instead of being a God. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You can be Satan or you can be a God, depending on the presence of good and evil within you. Let's get healthy. There is no God.
You came here to do your own specific thing. You came here to do your own shit. You ain't never noticed, like, some people, they're like the exact opposite of what their parents or their family is. A lot of people don't think about stuff like that. They just look at it like, oh, they disrespectful, or oh, they this, oh, they that. It's not that. It's just that person came to do something different. Like, some people may be born into extremely religious families, but they're nothing like that. They're spiritual as fuck, more open-minded. The family members around them may look at it like, oh man, they this, they that, they this, they that. When in actuality, that person just came to do something different. They didn't come here to just fall into the basic program. You came here to do your own specific thing. You came here to do your own shit. You ain't never noticed, like, some people, they're like the exact opposite of what their parents or their family is. A lot of people don't think about stuff like that. They just look at it like, oh, they disrespectful, or oh, they this, oh, they that. It's not that. It's just that person came to do something different. Like, some people may be born into extremely religious families, but they're nothing like that. They're spiritual as fuck, more open-minded.
You like that, though? That's crazy. Like, you had, like, it's almost like you not even a part of that family for real. Like, you come from somewhere else, you know? You would think, like, if you're spiritual and your mom would be spiritual, but nah, it don't be like that. It's crazy. But, hey, you know, everybody got their time. And, you know, everyone's just different souls, for real, so. Different souls just come into different families, I guess. Just say it like that.
To them that are without, all of these things are done in parable. So all is hidden. So everything in the Bible that is hidden in mysticism, what is Proverbs 1:6 says, wisdom is understanding the dark sayings, that's a cult. There's nothing wrong with it, a cult. It's hidden. And it's up to you, as Jesus says, to ask and seek and knock and find out the meaning of these things, but not sit with some maniac ranting and raving and telling you about fish swallowing people. Here's a story that people believe to this day, that a guy fell in the ocean, a fish swallowed him, he sat in the fish's intestines for 3 days, the fish puked, thank God, and out came an evangelist. And the guy gets out, repent, repent, certainly you repent. The fish puked and threw this guy, he's covered with seaweed, walking up with a Bible in his hand, and that's what they believe. But when you're swallowed by the fish, you are encased in that which is the concept of the universal nature of God. And the universal nature of God is simply the universal nature of good and not violence. But religions will always stay the way they originated. They resist development because, you see, I loved what this guru said one time. And when you join a religious organization or a denomination, you reach a conclusion. And this guru said, once you've reached a conclusion, your journey is concluded. You'll never be able to hear truth. You'll never be able to believe anything. That if God himself comes down, you'll never be able to accept it because your church doesn't agree. My pastor doesn't agree. I can't believe this. No matter what. I can tell people about Adam and Adam. I can't believe that because God, my pastor said they ripped a rib out of Eve, Adam, and that's the way it has to be. You can't hear it. To them that are without, all of these things are done in parallel.
We've had thousands of years of worshiping, and it's very lonely without a God, you understand what I'm saying, above you, whereas the God being a part of you in the force of the force that you are actually the agent carrying out God's work. So it's very lonely when you don't have something to bow down to. It's very lonely. So therefore, it's no different than moving out of the house the first time and be by your damn self. You move out with some friends, you can get through it. But by yourself, you move out of the house the first time. It's very lonely when you ain't got no, when your mom and daddy ain't around. When it's the same hierarchy when it comes to the God realm. You are now adults. You are now adults. And you don't supposed to pray to them, you supposed to demand. And you got to demand seriously, just like you ever got mad at a person? You get mad and grit your doggone teeth? That's power. You see what I'm saying? You supposed to demand this and that happen, but don't demand on no bullshit because that's not what the energy is for. We've had thousands of years of worshiping. And
I don't drink milk. That shit nasty. It's meant for cows. They tell you it makes your bones stronger. No, it don't. It makes their bones stronger. They only told you it makes your bones stronger so they can sell something else to you from a cow. This is what happens to people when milk is a part of their daily routine. And none of this shit happens to the cow. You wanna know why? Because it's meant for the cow and not you. Who was the first person to discover milk and what was he doing? What possessed him to drink from the nipple of a cow? And y'all can't think about him crazy because you drinking milk too. If you can't drink human breast milk anymore, what makes you think you can drink cow breast milk? It just don't make sense. Everything I buy from the grocery store does not have milk or eggs or none of that shit in there. I created a do's and don'ts for grocery shopping. Comment real if you want to start making healthier choices whenever you grocery shop. I'ma send you my ebook. It shows you what you should do and what you shouldn't do when grocery shopping. At the end of the day, we gotta think about it like this. We gotta stop just following people blindly. Just because they tell you milk is good for you, ask those kinds of questions. Who was the first nigga to try this shit? And what kind of person was he? How do we even know milk is good for us? It's weird. I don't drink milk. That shit nasty.
How many of y'all drink milk? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Get a little cereal. I'm drinking a little milk, you know what I'm saying? Give me some Cocoa Puffs and turn it into the chocolate milk. Yo, we try that stuff. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But I can't just drink regular milk though. I gotta get the almond milk. I'm getting that one. I can't just drink that y'all know that milk.
There are scientific studies. The first 10 years of your kid's life are the most impactful. You can literally trace back why people are the way they are to how they were raised the first 10 years. And a lot of it too has to do with the dad. The dad wasn't there, and so they have these wounds from not having a father, or their dad was abusive, and so they have wounds from that. The dad never told them they loved them or that they were proud of them, and so they're always trying to prove their dad wrong, even if they don't know it. I want dads especially to know, like, yo, you got to man up and be there for your kid, especially early. This is not, let's build the business while they're young so we can enjoy it later. The time is actually now to imprint on your kids. If I know that age of life is so vital, I need to do everything possible to imprint on them the right things. I have the choice to do that, or the school system can do that. There are scientific studies. The first 10 years.
That sucks, man. Dads don't want to be dads, stuff. But hey, man, that's how it is. This is how it is for real. Oh wow. That was a slap right there, I ain't gonna lie.
The way we choose to see the world creates the world we see. You are the universe experiencing itself. This life is about pleasure and meaningful experiences that expand your mind. So design a life that resonates with your true self. Embrace your uniqueness and let it illuminate the world around you. Your journey is uniquely yours, and it's your responsibility to make it extraordinary. The way we choose to see the world creates the world we see.
Some of you have monitoring spirits that were sent into your life in order to trigger your trauma and destroy where God is trying to take you, which is exactly why you notice that some people will try to gather as much information about you in order to then use against you and even wish bad upon you so that you don't end up getting to where God is trying to take you. Because the moment that you start feeling and focusing on the pain is the moment that your mind becomes clouded and you no longer see the bigger picture. Some of you have monitoring spirits.
Why is it so important to grow your own food? What do you think they're doing to the food and that you had to grow your own?
They're contaminating the food. They're bioengineering the food. They're gene splicing the food. If you don't grow it, you can't trust it. What they're doing is they're genetically modifying the food, because when you eat genetically modified food, it genetically modify your DNA. The best way to control anybody is by the food, because food is essential for life. You got breatharianisms where these are brothers that eat once a year and that's thriving out here. What they do, they spray insecticides, pesticides, herbicides all over the crops. Plane fly by every fucking day and drop chemtrails on the food. Well, he's spraying these coats around your fruits, saying it's preserving it more, but when you get into it, it's gene tampering technology in these appeal sprays.
Why is it so important to grow your own food? What do you think they're doing to the food?
If I could grow my own food, man, I'd be happy for real. That, like, man, like, we really need to get to that point. Like, it's about to be 2025, man. We gotta grow our own food at this point, for real. The fruits will be messed up. You get a watermelon, it's doing all type of dances, it's just juice coming out. Like, come on, really? Like, it's really that time, y'all. We really gotta, if you haven't already, start doing your research on how to do that, for real.
You thought that hockey, that the puck was the only thing black in hockey. But guess what I got for you? Show us Colored Hockey League, please. We need to show this.
It says here the Colored Hockey League was hockey's first organized league in 1895.
1895, black African Canadians created hockey. Show the photos, images. There's a book called Black Ice that this white dude wrote.
Yeah.
And it's the history that they hid in Canada. Black history. Black hockey players in the 1800s.
Crazy.
And they never said shit. And it was in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia. Now, Nova Scotia, after the war, they had Africaville. Canadians created an Africaville. They don't have it anymore. They got rid of, they pushed Africans out because, a lot of people come out of Nova Scotia. Now, the first black hockey player that went to the NHL, to the Boston Bruins, was from Nova Scotia. His name was Willie O'Ree.
Okay.
Show Willie O'Ree real quick. Willie O'Ree was the first black player in hockey from Nova Scotia. The same area that black people discovered hockey, created hockey. Now, The Rock's father is from Nova Scotia. Wow. You thought that the puck was the only thing black in hockey. But guess what I got for you? Show us Colored Hockey League, please. We need to show this.
It says here.
I just watched a video about why Indian women cut their hair and what they used to do with the hair when they cut it. It was to get rid of all the bad things they were going through, experiencing, because it felt like it just brought all this bad energy to them. So they would cut their hair. And when they cut the hair off their heads, they would burn it until, check this out, they found out us like to wear that type of hair. So they decided, this is a video I seen now, okay? Don't jump down my back because I ain't rocking that hair anymore. This is all me and it grows fast. I have inches. But anyway, they started making the hair into wigs. And my people and, other people too started going crazy. They seen how much money they can make off this hair. So yeah, all that hair, beautiful hair, they would cut off their heads because they thought or felt like it brought bad energy. They made into wigs that you're now wearing on your head. That's why Even with this, all this like frizz on top of my head, my hair needs to be tightened up. I just watched a video.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't, like, if I feel like I have bad energy on my hair or something, I wouldn't cut it. I'd probably just do a deep clean, you know? This is like, it takes a long bit, like, your hair to grow, especially my hair. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a while, so I don't know about all that cutting off. I probably wouldn't do that. I just do like a deep clean, and I'm pretty sure that would work too, right? A deep clean.
To practice semen retention for long periods of time, you want to keep your body cool. Semen is fire element. S3X energy is fire, passion. And so therefore, we want to keep our passion cool, not destroy our passion, not suppress our passion. This is not about suppression. It's about controlled expression, expressing your creativity, your passion, the things that you want to go after in life. You need that fire to do that. If you're depleting your fire over a screen or over some, you know, Haktua girl or something like this, like people are going nuts over, you're essentially depleting your passion, your fire, your creative power for the things that are important to you. You know, what's important to you? Increasing your wealth, increasing your love, having a loving relationship, being a leader, developing yourself as a man, knowing God. Semen retention requires coolness. To practice semen retention for long periods of time.
Just shut the fuck up. If you're not gonna work, if you're not gonna help, do not complain about what ain't happening. Because you could be doing that. Just shut the fuck up. If you're not gonna work.
He meant that. I ain't gonna lie, that was funny.
The most important lessons that you can learn about spirituality from X. Listen. So if you don't know, he was very spiritual and he read a lot of books about the occult, spirituality, and just personal development, right? There's even a video of his mom breaking down the collection of books of spirituality that he had. So first, realizing that everything is energy, and you got to screenshot this Tesla quote. Just trust me on this. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to say a lot of things in here that I go into way more depth on my free community, the Cato Click. First, let me ask you a question. When's the last time that you woke up really excited, purposefully programming yourself to be grateful for life? When you look at these expansive, higher emotions, these are all love, joy, gratitude, positive emotions. Down here is closer to survival. So we have all these emotions for a reason. But when is the last time you woke up and purposefully programmed yourself to feel the emotion of gratitude? When is it? When you program yourself to feel it and actually feel the emotion, that's the energy that you're sending out. You're depositing that energy, no matter what it is. That's what you're vibing at. That's what you're radiating at, that energy. And this Tesla quote literally says that. Your emotion, that's what you're at. If you're angry, you're on a lower, depressed, angry, shameful vibe. Those are lower emotions. It's clear as day. When you feel light and happy, those are positive emotions. I'm telling you, you got to join the Cato Click before it goes paid. It's my community. You're
Jabez Mango Seeds checking in. Look at what we got right here. We got some gigantic. Look at the size of this jackfruit. If you didn't know, jackfruit is actually the fruit that make juicy fruit gum. If you ever tasted it, when it get ripe, that's what it tastes like. But before it's ripe, like this one is green and it ain't like. Notice this one it's kind of soft. This one's ripe. This one's not all the way ripe yet. When it's this way, you can grab it. Look at this. Look at that. You can grab it and you could actually make like. It tastes like chicken. You can make it taste like chicken, like pulled pork. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook this thing and I'll put you up on it. But in the meantime and in between time, there's all type of seeds in here. I'm gonna grow some more jackfruit trees like this. And let me know in the comments if you know about this jackfruit. Prayers up, blessings up. Jabez Mango Seeds checking in.
All the souls that were alive during Atlantis are alive right now on the planet. It explains all the craziness and the pure evil we see out there. So during Atlantis, the initiation process of evolution was to go from using external means of power and connection, right? All the crystal technologies we heard about from back then. And to start developing the inner spiritual self. They didn't want to do that. So they tried to splice DNA and make themselves immortal, because they did not want to pass the test and do the inner work. Now we see the same thing happening on the planet, right? The obsession with the God particle, the obsession with developing technology is out of control to eradicate anything organic to loop us back into an old time cycle of development. So this explains everything going on the planet. We're in the stage where we are at the most material. We are meant to crystallize ourselves at the mineral level, which is becoming a crystal body. So ascension is all about. Now, many don't want to do that. They are trying to hijack and bypass this creation itself, the evolutionary process. Join my course, Ascension Magic. It's on sale for hundreds of topics to fully...
I'm not into religion. I'm into spirituality. I believe there's a God, but I do not believe in any religion whatsoever, because I believe religion is dogma, and that religion is all about divide and conquer, and it robs you from being who you truly are, understanding the power is already inside of you. Instead of that, you rely on outside sources, and you keep begging and hoping and wishing and relinquishing your power to outside versus going inside and realizing the true power that's already inside of you. I'm not into religion. I'm into spirituality.
Indeed, man. And I would say, don't push your beliefs on to other people, you know. Just let them believe what they want to believe, you know. And if it bothers you, it shouldn't. Because you have your belief, you know. And you wouldn't want nobody putting their belief onto you. So that's how I look at it. But let people, you know, let people be in their own world. Let them just be them, you know, and you just be you. That's how I see it.
So we just discovered another monolith. This one is in Las Vegas. This was the last one we seen, and it was back in 2020. The 8-foot tall hollow metal structure that mysteriously appeared in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere, unexplainably. But these aren't the only monoliths. This one was in Romania. This one was in California. And this one was in Turkey. This one has strange letters on it, and I haven't been able to translate it. So my question is, who is putting these there? What are they made of? What is the purpose? And how did it get put out there? Because the locations of all of these monoliths are far away from roads, and they are in places that cars can't go. And this is a big ass structure. In 2020, whenever we seen this one, it seemed like everything turned up. The pandemic, wars, all that shit. So I'm wondering, is this gonna start some crazy shit like it did in 2020? Or is it just something that's interesting for us to talk about? I don't know. It's mysterious. No one can explain it. They ain't been able to explain the last few. So, yeah. Follow me for more and turn on my post notifications. So we just discovered another monolith.
So that's a strange phenomenon where people are seeing two suns that's in the sky. And you know, some people say that this is a reflection off of the dome, but why are we just now starting to see this? The dome has been there forever, but the two suns have not. Like, what's really going on? And some people are calling it Planet X or Planet Nibiru. It's in our orbit. And people got other strange theories about this mysterious planet. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on, but what I can tell you is this is most definitely 1,000% a mystery. And we definitely in some strange times where we're going to see some strange things start to happen, bro. And am I tripping, or did people recently start to see these two suns? Like, seriously. And I would even go far as to say it was around 2020, 2019 when we started to see this start to happen. But what does this mean? Y'all let me know what y'all think about people seeing multiple suns in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned.
Did you know that most of the holidays or the holy days that are celebrated in society pretty much have to do with celestial bodies and cosmological events? Let me give you an example. The 4th of July. Did you know that the 4th of July is connected to the brightest star in all the heavens, the Sirius star? The Sirius star is also known as the spiritual sun or the hidden sun or the black sun. But during this time of the 4th of July is when there's a major spiritual alignment that occurs in the skies. So it's not a coincidence at all that we are celebrating America's independence on this time, because the Sirius star is connected to liberation. So now is the time for you to spiritually liberate.
I'm gonna skip this. She's on some real stuff, but man, they gonna get me covered. I ain't gonna lie.
Drinking Fiji water is no longer safe. They just recalled over 78,000 cases, which is about 2 million bottles in total. And the reason why is because they found manganese and bacteria inside of it. Excessive exposure to manganese can cause damage to your lungs, liver, and kidneys. And that's not even all, bruh. This can also cause insomnia, depression, loss of appetite, weakness, headaches, muscle spasms. Bro, what are they trying to do to us? And I always felt like Fiji had a strange aftertaste. Leave a like if you know what I'm talking about.
The affected bottles were distributed in Washington state and sold nationwide online. Customers are advised not to drink the water and return it for a full refund.
So if you have a Fiji bottle, bro, go ahead and return that shit. And I recommend drinking Mountain Valley spring water. And if you can't get that, Evian for sure. But let me know in the comment section which water you drink. And hit follow because I'm dropping videos like this every single day. Love y'all, man. Stay conscious. Drinking Fiji water.
Now the world done ended, and your ops a plumber. Now he done made a triple beam, motherfucking bow and arrow shotgun. It's up. Come here, let me holler at you real quick. Boom! Now the world done ended, and your ops a plumber.
That's crazy right there. That's a weapon right there, for real. That is a weapon.
I need y'all to come here and listen, because this morning it was an astrologist influencer who pushed her kid out of a moving car and poked her partner multiple times, leaving blood all over the house, and was allegedly disturbed by the solar eclipse. It's a lot that's going on the surface level, but what's going on with what we can't see? She was talking about spiritual warfare and having your hearts in the right places. You better pick a side and stay strong.
And also saying stuff like, wake up because the apocalypse is here. Everyone who has ears, listen. And watch how people downplay this and call this spiritual psychosis, instead of calling it what it really is, which is a spiritual attack. Yeah, she was playing with certain stuff that she really didn't understand. Let me show y'all what I mean. This is the fallen angel that taught men astrology. This coming straight out the book of Enoch chapter 8. And if you in the New Age spiritual community, I advise y'all to read this. Y'all gotta know everything y'all see on the internet ain't to be played with. Now this is a sad case. I'm gonna pray for her family that they find some healing. And if y'all been playing with this stuff too, y'all better start repenting and closing the gates before it's time to collect. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Y'all.
Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Yes.
Well, the remedy for that, the cure for that, is to be yourself. Because being sick and tired only comes when you're trying to be someone you're not.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Let the tears flow, because when you change your belief, a lot of the belief systems that you have held on to always have to develop a physical component, a chemical component in your body to match what it is you've been holding on to. So when you're willing to let go of a belief, the chemical constituents have to wash themselves out of your body too, and that happens more often than not than through your tears. So let it flow. Feel the relief. Tears of relief. Tears of release.
I've been doing that a lot this month, so thank you.
Be yourself. That's the only thing you actually can be anyway. So you might as well just be yourself as soon as possible, because anything else is too much of a struggle. You can't be something you're not, no matter how hard you try. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Yes.
We shouldn't be eating garlic because garlic is a poison. And so garlic has a
Imagine a world where instead of kicking our children out when they're 18, they come to work with us in our family business. And then when they get married, we give them a house so they don't have a mortgage and a family business so they don't have to find a job. And then we teach them an aspect of the family business so that when we die, instead of just giving them money, we give them a mindset, we give them a skill set, we give them a tool set that they can perpetuate the family's wealth instead of decimating the family's wealth. See, we want our children to leave when they're 18. You know why? Because we're Americans. But the Bible says that then shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So biblically, a person leaves home when they get married. Oh, you mean I have to put up with them for that anymore? The reason you have to put up with them is because you didn't train them up. If you train them up, you don't have to put up with them. But imagine that as a world where your children don't have to start from scratch. Imagine if your parents would have set you up so you didn't have to start from scratch. Imagine how much further ahead you'd be. Well, guess what? As my good friend Dr. Sonia always says, you may not come from a wealthy family, but a wealthy family should come from you. Imagine a world where instead of kicking our children out when they're...
Very true.
They actually did a study on a child's brain, an adolescent's brain, after they got done playing 2 hours of a video game. And they compared their brain to an alcoholic's brain.
Yeah.
And it was the same.
What?
Yes, it was the same.
Really? From video games?
Yes. Our brains have not adapted for the amount of stimulus that these pads and these screens and these games are throwing at us.
I could see that because I took a 5-year break from video games,
Yeah.
and the day I came back, I felt like I was so high because all that adrenaline or whatever just
Yeah.
like shooting in my head.
Dopamine.
I literally felt like I was high. Like,
Yeah,
off weed.
yeah. I mean, our dopamine receptors these days are getting they're getting overrun and just worn down.
Yeah.
So it takes more and more and more stimulus for people to become happy. They actually did a study on a child's brain, an adolescent's.
3 ways to raise your vibrations. Number 1 is grounding. Grounding helps remove toxic energy from your body and replace it with natural electrons that comes from the earth. So go outside and get that free energy. 2 is meditating. Meditating releases stress, lowers blood pressure, and balances your energy overall, help you sleep better. 3rd is listening to solfeggio frequencies. You can hear these frequencies right now with the link in my bio. It has all the frequencies down to attracting money, sleeping better, and just getting a nice peace in your energy. Peace.
I don't think we think enough about what we're eating, what we're really eating, what we're really ingesting. We don't give enough thought to it. I used to think everything sold in the supermarket, because of all of our governmental agencies that's supposed to have our back. I used to think everything, if it's sold in the supermarket, it's okay to eat. I really thought that way. Do you know how many of us think that way?
Most people, or if they think about it at all.
Think about it at all. Thank you very much. I have a lot of belief in eating food live. I know that is the best food for me to grab hold to, because I know that every time I'm cooking something to certain temperatures, I'm killing the life in that food. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. So I would explain to people, I put a salad on your plate so you have some life on your plate, but it'll take you away from clogged arteries and some of the horrible diseases we're faced with today. I don't think we think enough about what we're eating.
Sometimes you don't want to think, you just be hungry. For real. You just be hungry. You just like, man, I'm about to eat that. Especially like watching videos and stuff like that, like health. Sometimes you just gonna indulge in it. It be like that, man. But at least try to detox, try not to overindulge. That's all I say.
What maturing really is, you stop telling people everything. You realize most people don't care and some secretly want you to fail. You start to choose your friends wisely. You understand that you're a result of the people you hang around. If you hang around 4 stoners, you'll become the 5th. 3, expect nothing and appreciate everything. You disconnect your emotions from the outcomes of life. You understand life not gonna go your way. So you start being grateful for the things that do. Number 4, you do your best and trust the process. As long as you're optimistic, patient, and consistent, you're gonna be alright. You start focusing on controlling yourself and not other people. A part of you lets go of trying to focus on things you can't control. So that actually gives you more control on the things that you do have access to. And number 6, you learn to react less. When you control your reactions, nobody can manipulate you, because most people just want a reaction out of you. Over the next 12 weeks, I'm going to be mentoring a handful of my supporters. You'll have personal contact with me, and I'll be teaching you everything you want to know. And all of this right here. DM me the word matrix to secure your spot, because there's only 5 spots left. We're maturing.
This is how you steal people's energy to make a better life for yourself. This is exactly what celebrities do and politicians do. When you do this, you're going to be on a more positive vibe. You're going to be blessed. Good things will happen to you. Now, the first step is you're going to worship Satan. I'm just joking. That's not really what it is. Now, the truth is that what you focus on will grow. Most people go throughout life always looking for the external, and this is going to screw you up in a number of different ways. When you depend on the external for your own validation, you're gone all ways wrong. Now imagine this, all of your energy and all your focus is like water in a bucket. When you fill up that bucket, things start to get better. Your life starts to get better. However, when you start focusing on external things and things that you cannot control and that have nothing to do with your life's purpose and your life's mission, all of these things poke holes in your bucket. Now what you don't know is how to fill up that bucket without any holes. When you remember that the water in this analogy is energy, this is how you're going to use other people's energy to fill up your bucket. When the bucket gets full, your life gets better. The abundance of blessings start coming when the bucket gets full. simple. One of the quickest ways to poke holes in your bucket is wasting hours and hours on these apps. Now think about the opposite. Here's your solution. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm using other people's energy to fill up my bucket. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Now, in order to have people willingly pour more energy of theirs into your bucket, you have to remember this rule: provide massive value to them. Remember, money, currency, is energy as well. And this is how you steal people's energy to make a better life for yourself. This is exactly what celebrities do and politicians do. When you do this, you're going to be...
The internet is mad at Sam's Club for selling us fake fruit. And it's all because of this video. Watch. So people are claiming because of this video alone that Sam's Club is manufacturing fruit and selling it to us, but it's not actually fruit. But what else could it be? Some people are saying that it's bugs. I'm serious. Some people are saying that it's meat. And some people are saying that it is fruit, but run through a 3D printer. I don't know how that's even possible, but that's what they're saying about this fruit. Now, there are 3D printed meats. So I think that they're thinking now that instead of 3D printing meats, they could do it with fruits and vegetables. And that Sam's Club is actually selling us this instead of the real fruits and vegetables. But what do you guys think about this situation? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, and follow. And this is your Bald News Back.
I'm not gonna lie, I really hate when I get a bad food. It really ticks me off. I'm not gonna lie, man. I know y'all be feeling the same way. Like it make you feel like it lower your vibration almost. Like you be ready to crash out. Like you know, for real.
If you don't watch the things you eat will soon eat you. What you eat will determine how you live, how you behave, how you even relate to you. The African have a saying, an angry heart devours its owner. So you better have a good heart for you to live long. So the goal is what? Internal peace. But to reach the goal, we have to eat right. If you don't watch the things...
When you get a parking ticket, you pay it, right?
Correct.
Why?
Because that's what you have to do.
What happens if you don't pay it?
You get in trouble, you lose your license, you get your license suspended, all that stuff.
What happens if you keep driving?
Eventually, they'll find out and you'll get your license suspended. You go to jail.
How are they going to make you go to jail if you say no?
They're going to forcefully...
Violence. So why do you pay the parking ticket?
So there's no violence that happens to me.
Correct. There's not a single law, there's not a single regulation, there's not a single construct on this planet which is not backed by a threat of violence. Anyone who cannot fight or defend themselves can't really have an opinion or a point of view, Aiden. When you get a parking ticket, you pay it, right?
Correct.
Why?
So who knew y'all TV could be hacked and could be recording y'all?
But with this hack, your TV can watch you. Show us how that works.
Can watch you.
So one of the things that we were able to do with the Smart TV platform was actually abuse the browser to the extent that we could actually gain access to the camera that's built into the TV.
Smart TVs
and so what
have
we
cameras?
can prove here is that with a little bit of extra code, we can turn the camera on in your browser.
Wow.
And while this is evident to you right here because we've designed it that way, this is something that we can do invisibly and actually have the camera running behind the web page that you're looking at.
So what this means is I could be sitting here watching TV from my bedroom, and you could be anywhere in the world looking at this image of me watching.
Yep, I could be sitting on a laptop in a cafe in Paris, and as long as I have a network connection, I'd be able to get into your TV and access the camera.
First of all, why is this my first time knowing that a smart TV has a camera in it? Second off, what does my smart TV need a camera for? Third, why isn't this more talked about? And if y'all didn't know, this video's old, so that means smart TVs done got way smarter. Yeah, just something to think about. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video.
How many y'all got smart TVs?
This is going to blow your mind. If you hook up a synth to a tree, it actually makes noise. And listen to this. The noise is harmonious. It's actually kind of like music. It's not just random noises. It's all in sync.
That tree gotta
5
be
out of 5.
at least 1,000 years old.
This is going to blow your mind. If you hook up...
When Jesus says the kingdom of heaven is within,
You are all that is. Everything you need is accessible within yourself. All information, all energy, all knowledge, because you are an aspect of creation, an aspect of God. You understand?
Yes.
So everything you need is accessible within your own consciousness, within your own framework. And that the outside, what you call the outside, is just an illusion. So he was reminding you that the outside is nothing but a reflection. Everything actually is accessed from within. Outside is nothing more than a reflection in a mirror. When you look at a reflection in a glass mirror and you see your face in that mirror, if your reflection is frowning, you don't go over to the reflection in the mirror and attempt to make the reflection smile. You must change the smile on your face. You must change within. But when you do, the reflection will also smile back.
Yes.
That is what is meant by that.
Okay.
You understand?
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
When Jesus says the kingdom of
Was the internet created by the devil?
Knowledge is the mark of the beast. It's very simple. It says in the Bible, an intelligent man will know the number of man is 666. For whatever reason, humanity wants to believe that the only language that ever existed was the English language. There were a lot of languages that existed long before English. And numbers were invented late in the game of life and literature. It was all symbols, especially coming from Kemet, Egypt. The number 6, the symbol for it, in Latin numerology, is double. What did we used to have to type before they started making it a ghost, so you didn't have to acknowledge you were writing 666, 666, 666, 666 all day, all night?
What is it?
No, that's the acronym we gave it. That's the acronym we gave it. It never had a name.
Wow.
It was just www. Somebody invented that World Wide Web shit. Anybody could put a name on something. Why don't...
Was the internet created by the devil?
I just remember, because it used to be like www, and then whatever address it was, you know. It still got it to this day. www, like, that's crazy. And then it didn't have a, what is it, acronym? Damn. So I guess the WW represents the 666 then.
I've seen it in the ER. Like, I've seen somebody had a heart attack. No, they had a stroke. And then the family member goes to Church's Chicken and brings him a box of chicken.
No way.
And guess where he had the stroke at? In the parking lot.
A Church's Chicken?
Of Church's Chicken. They had a Wednesday special where you get like 4 pieces for like $2.99 or something like
That's
that.
damn good special.
Listen, he went on break,
right?
Was eating it in the car, had a stroke, and they found him. And so to surprise him, they went and got the Church's Chicken and brought it to the damn ER.
See, people just don't know. They probably didn't even attribute the stroke to the Church's Chicken.
Totally disconnected.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was probably his celebratory, God saved my life.
Yeah.
I'm going to destroy it with some
And
Church's
you know,
Chicken.
he probably prayed over the food too.
Yeah.
Probably prayed.
Look at
That's
God.
it. You laughing.
No,
he's right
true.
though. That is sick.
People will pray over their poison. I've seen it.
Pray over their poison. Do y'all hear that? Man, that's crazy. They really doing that. Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You already know we're gonna keep these videos coming each and every day. Alright. Peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself and get outside in that sun, y'all. Get outside in that sun. Cause I know it's been hot too. Been hot. But yeah. I feel like there's hope in my hair a little bit. But yeah. But anyway, all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.